because both the intermediates and the symphonics are now combined. It's the biggest band we have yet. With that being said, I want to introduce you to a song called Broadway. Broadway pays tribute to many Broadway songs with fascinating upbeat tempos. Although it does not have one particular tune, Broadway shows a plethora of spiritual and exciting melodies. The very fast, exciting, and powerful notes convey a sense of enjoyment and emotional stage presence with the song, while also becoming quiet when necessary. Broadway also is in a series of international marches that all have a very similar melody. One of them, the Grand Gallop, kind of like a horse name, conveys a very similar march style to that of Broadway. The music itself was a joy for the intermediate band, and with the help of the Symphonic band, the two bands combined together to make a truly quad-light double band. Enjoy!
So to introduce our next piece, I have prepared a short lecture. In the early years of the Civil War, Georgia was largely protected from military hostilities. leaving it free to ship arms and munitions, food and supplies to Confederate troops on the battlefields to the northeast. It was the importance of the extensive rail system to the Confederates that prompted James Andrews, a Union spy from Kentucky, to attempt a daring effort to disrupt the 138-mile rail line connecting Atlanta and Chattanooga. Along with 19 Union soldiers dressed as civilians, Andrews arrived in Marietta, April 12, 1862. Here, they boarded a northbound train pulled by the General, a wood-burning locomotive built in 1855. At Big Shanty, the train stopped so the passengers and crew could eat breakfast. Andrews used the brake to uncouple the engine, wood tender, and 3 boxcars from the passenger cars. They then sped off with the goal of damaging as many WA tracks and rail bridges as possible. Hearing the General steam out, Conductor William Fuller and 2 WA employees ran out of the hotel dining room and pursued the stolen train on foot for several miles. Ultimately, Fuller would commandeer the locomotive to Texas, and joined by Confederate soldiers, finally catch Andrews' raiders. A race Joel Chandler Harris later characterized as the boldest adventure of the war. This composition for concert band is focused upon this fascinating event in American history. A tone poem, the piece uses the snare drum, flute, chimes, and even brass to bring the General and Texas to life as they race through the foothills of North Georgia. Please sit back as we set out with James Andrews that early morning. The date is April 12, 1862. We are deep in Confederate territory and will become as spies of God. As the fog begins to dissipate over the mountains in the distance and the steam from the General rolls across the platform, please enjoy the Great Locomotive Chase.